Hey, you guys, my name is Charmaine Marie, and I am back. Let's talk about the law of vibration, okay? The law of vibration is a metaphysical principle, okay, that states that everything in the universe is made up of energy that vibrates at a specific frequency, right? So this includes physical and non-physical things such as people, objects, thoughts, and feelings. So when you start getting into the law of vibration, all right, it suggests that everything is in motion and that nothing is at rest, you guys. So let's talk about this because some say also that the law of vibration, it can be found in fluctuations in stock markets, okay, and economic activity, right? Others say that the pattern was also known known in antiquity, okay, and was hidden in the Bible. Wow. Remember, y'all, we've been talking about the secret mysteries. The secret mysteries. So, the law of vibration, everything in the universe is in a constant state of movement. Whether it's movements of vibration and the speed or rate at which something vibrates. So this is good. So let's talk about, okay, so then you got the law of vibration, okay? So our thoughts, like everything else in the universe, is energy. Because we're talking about the laws of vibration, right? So your thoughts, they vibrate at different frequencies dependent on the nature of the thought. And our thoughts are cosmic waves that are so powerful, okay, that they penetrate all space and time. And our thoughts and our feelings, they control the vibration of your body. So you got the power to dictate the frequency of your being by choosing and directing your thoughts, right? It's called the law of vibration. So your emotional state, it dictates the vibration that is in your body. Or the vibration that your body is in. So basically, these vibrations, they dictate how you experience life because they set up resonance with anything that is on the same frequency. You see what I'm saying? Your thoughts. The law of vibration. Everything in the universe. It's a constant state of movement. You see that? I'm just giving y'all an example, but I'm also playing around. But listen. So, like your body, on the other hand, it vibrates at it vibrates at an extremely high rate, okay? Your body, your thoughts, your spirit. Now, when you start getting into the law of attraction, though, the law of attraction, it focuses on your thoughts and your feelings to dictate what you attract into your life. Attraction is a force. It's acting mutually between particles of matter, tending to draw them together and resisting their separation. Y'all hear this? So, the law of vibration is the primary law and the law of attraction is the secondary law because vibration is what causes attraction. So the law of attraction has gotten plenty of attention. We know over the past, 15 years because of that movie called The Secret, right? But guess what? You can't apply this law without also understanding the law of vibration because the two laws are intimately connected. So you got to understand the law of vibration and the law of attraction because they go hand in hand. So you got to remember that everything in the universe is vibrating your thoughts, okay, which are vibrating at a particular frequency. It'll lead to your feelings, and it is the combination of the two that dictate your body's vibration, and your feelings, which dictate your body's vibration. It attracts people and things to you, okay? So listen to this. It will attract people and things to you that are a vibrational match. Like attract likes. Thoughts become things. Your vibration becomes things as well. Ultimately, because it is your vibration that dictates what you are drawing into your life. So, based on the law of attraction, it works by the totality of the vibration that you send out, not merely by what we say. Not merely by what we say we want, but it's the vibration that we send out. Ain't that something? So you got to understand the law of vibration, the law of attraction, because once you understand those things, it'll help you to manifest the life that you want faster and with a lot less struggle. And let me tell y'all one thing about the law of vibration, okay? The law of vibration is always looking to match people up, things up, experiences that match your vibration, okay? When you feel grateful and maintain that feeling, you raise your vibration. You attract more to be thankful for. The law of attraction, it can bring to you only what you are matched with. That it can only do that. So guess what? Let's talk about your feelings, because I just did a video about the feelings of frustration. What are your feelings of frustration? Because I'm going to tell you this. If you feel anxious, if you live with a lot of fear, frustration, anger, your vibration is not a match. It ain't a match with peace and joy. I'm trying to tell you the laws are exact. And you can't attract joy when you live in fear, when you live in anxiety, okay? You got to choose what vibration you want to live in by consciously choosing your thoughts. You got to consciously choose your thoughts. What am I thinking? Okay? What am I thinking? Most people don't choose their thoughts. You got to choose your thoughts. You can't let your thoughts choose you. Most people are looking at their current circumstances. They let that dictate, what they think about. And as a result, what happens? They remain bound to those circumstances because they're on the same frequency. But by deliberately choosing, let me say this, your vibration, you can use the law to match up with anything you want, baby. Anything you want. I didn't say some things you want. I said anything you want, okay? So everything is energy, and we match up with that energy to manifest it, right? We match the energy of abundance, success, love. We have to choose to do so. So you got to start. This is what you got to do. When it comes to the law of vibration and the law of attraction, you got to start identifying the energy and the feeling that you want. And then you got to fall in love with that thing, with the ideal, using visualization, right? A goal card, affirmations, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you, okay? So you're going to use vibration to manifest what it is that you want. And let me tell you, vibration is intimately connected with the law of attraction, the law of vibration. So this is why y'all got to learn how to vibrate at a different frequency. You can't be living in fear. You can't be living in frustration. You can't be living in anxiety and depression. You can't be living in post-traumatic stress disorder. You can't be living in disappointment. You can't be living in broken promises. You can't be living in non-committal things, right? Listen, I'm just telling y'all what I know. But guess what the problem is? The problem is that we don't bring this type of knowledge into our life. Okay? And you can't be constantly dictating the results you get when you don't operate in the law of vibration, in the law of attraction. So guess what? You got to bring this knowledge into your life. And we don't understand that because of these laws. Everything we want will come to us when we get in harmony with it. So go ahead, release the frustration, okay? Release everything that is not of God. Let me say that. Release everything that is not of God, because what is it that God said in his word, okay? All right, let's go over this. It says here that for God is not giving us the spirit of fear, but power and of love and a sound mind. So let's break this down, because see, God, he didn't give us the spirit of fear. So when you talk about power, okay, do you know how powerful your mind is? Power is great or marked ability to do or act, strength, might, force. Okay, the possession of control. So you got the possession of control. Okay, you have the command over people. You got the authority. You got the influence, and your words have tremendous power over people's minds. Because why? Listen, this is why right here. Because God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power. Okay, so when you got power, knowledge is power, okay? And you got to bring knowledge, listen, into your own life, all right? Now, when you begin to do that, then listen to this. Then you will have, listen, let me just explain something to y'all. See, power means the capacity or the ability to direct or influence the behavior of others, okay? They say it's manipulation. They say it's control, all right? That's what the world say. But power is the ability, it's the capacity, the capability, the potential, okay? Listen, it is the influence. The ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events. This is what power is. This is what it says, the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. This is what it says. Y'all need to go do your due diligence. It's the ability to act. What is the ability to act? You know, when you act, you know what you're doing? You producing an effect. You got the capacity for being acted upon or undergoing an effect. You got power. What is power? It's the ability to control people and events. He said that he gave you power. He's the one that gave you possession of the quality. God, especially mental qualities, okay? Required to do something or get something done. Yeah. He gave you the power. This is why can't nobody do it like you, because he gave you the power and the ability to do and or act. He gave you the might. He gave you the strength and the force and the possession of control or command over people, okay? He gave you influence. This is power. So listen to this. Then he said he gave us power. Then he gave us love. Come on now. Love means what? 1 Corinthians 13. We talking about biblical agape love. Because he said he give you power. What is love? To regard someone with fondness or to be pleased with them, to have goodwill, to court someone in marriage. Love is courtship, affection, a word of endearment, to use a word to express endearment, okay? To be self-giving, merciful, compassionate, sympathetic, is to be kind, is to be generous and patient. It is a gift from God. It is love. It's the act of putting others before oneself and serving their well-being. How many people do that today? Let's just be honest, because the Bible said in the last days, people will be lovers of themselves. Okay? So, love is a unique human experience. It is a gift from God, a response to God's love for us. It's an expression of self-sacrifice and unconditional love. Okay? So, listen. Love is sacrificial. Sacrificial. He gave us power. Then he gave us love. And then he said a sound mind. Listen. Let's get into this, y'all. Because love, what is love? He said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. It's an affection of the mind, excited by beauty and worth of any kind, or by the qualities of an object, which communicate pleasure, sensual, or intellectual. It is opposed to hatred. Y'all hearing this? Love between the sexes, okay? It's a compound affection consisting of esteem. Love is excited, listen y'all, by pleasing qualities of any kind, as by kindness, charity, and by qualities which render social intercourse agreeable. This is just some things that I'm reading. This is not in the Bible or anything like that, but we're just talking about, courtship. We're talking about God is love, according to, 1 John 4, okay? The lover and the love of humankind. Like I said, a word of endearment. Let's see. Let's talk about this. Hold on. Let's go to 1 John 1 and 4. Let's go to 1 John 1 and 4. Okay, because we're talking about love now. We're getting deep into this thing. He said, little children, you are of God and have overcome them. For he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. God said they are of the world. Therefore, what they say is of the world, and the world listens to them. He said, we are of God. So then we go to 1 John 4, 1 and 21. 1, verse 1 through 21. This is talking about testing the spirits, Beloved, it says, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. He tells you this, to test the spirits. What does that mean? Jeremiah 29 and 8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, do not let your prophets and your diviners who are among you deceive you, and do not listen to the dreams that they dream. That's what it said. He said, test the spirit. So when you test the thing, okay, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21, but test everything. He said, hold fast to that which is good. In 1 Corinthians 12 and 10, to another, he said, the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another the ability to distinguish between spirits, to another various kinds of tongues, and to another the interpretation of tongues. Now this is talking about spiritual gifts. 1 Corinthians 14:29, let 2 or 3 prophets speak, okay, and let the others weigh what is said. Then Revelation 2 and 2, it says, I know your works, your toil, and your patient endurance, and how you cannot bear, okay, with those who are evil, but have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not. Y'all hear this? And found them to be false. This is why he said, test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. He said, by this you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. Every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard was coming and now is in the world already. It said, little children, you are from God and have overcome them. And it says, for he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. So then when you go to Romans 8:31, it says, what then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us, right? He said, greater than he who is in the world. So then when you go to 1 Corinthians 2:12, it says, now we have received not the spirit of the world. We don't have the spirit of the world. We're talking about love, but we got the spirit who is from God, that we might understand the things freely given to us by God. So we're talking about love. We're talking about 1 John 12:31. Now is the judgment of this world. It says, now will the ruler of this world be cast out. Who is the ruler of this world? Because he said that the ruler of this world be cast out. Judgment of this world. He said they are from the world. Therefore they speak from the world. And the world listens to them. They are from the world. Who are they? He who comes from above is above all. He who is of the earth belongs to the earth and speaks in an earthly way. He who comes from heaven is above all. Then first John 8:23, it says, he said to them, you are from below. He told the people, he said, you are from below. I am from above. He said, you are of this world. I'm not of this world. This is what he said. He said, they're from the world, therefore they speak from the world. And the world listens to them. He said, whoever know God, though, listens to us. And whoever is not from God does not listen to us. By this we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. So one of the things that love is associated with, y'all, is the spirit of truth. Whoever is of God hears the words of God. Did y'all hear that? The reason why you do not hear them is that ye are not of God. Anybody that does not want to hear the word of God, I'm giving you a public disclaimer right now, because I was about to go to 1 Corinthians 13. I was going to break down to y'all. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video to let you know what love is. God said he didn't give us the spirit of fear, but he gave us the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And I'm breaking this down, y'all. He said, whoever is of God hears the words of God. The reason why you do not hear them is that you are not of God. This is what God said, y'all, in John. He said this in John. I'm going to have to come back and do a whole video, 8:47 now. This is what he said. Whoever knows God listens to us. Whoever is not from God does not listen to us. This is why I'm telling you. He said, whoever is not from God does not even listen to us. And you around here worried about people listening to you. Listen, you want people to hear you that are from God. Because whoever knows God listens to you. Listen, by this we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Truth versus error. Right there. Boom, you got it. That was a sermon right there, all in itself. He said, and I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also. So he bringing them also. They will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock and one shepherd. John 18:37. Listen, then Pilates said to him, so you are a king? Jesus answered. You say that I am a king? That's what he had told him. For this purpose I was born, and for this purpose I come into the world to bear witness to the truth. He came to bear witness to the truth. I come to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice. Listen, he said everybody that is of the truth, listen to his voice, y'all. This is so deep. This is so deep. I be doing this and getting revelation as I go. First Corinthians 14:37. If anyone thinks he is a prophet or spiritual, he should acknowledge that the things I am writing to you are a command of the Lord. Y'all hear it for yourself. Y'all hear it. He said, even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. Do you know that the world cannot receive the Most High? Because it neither sees him and it don't know him, y'all. But see, you know him because God dwells with you and he will be in you. He dwell in you and will be in you. Do you hear what I'm saying? John 15:26. And when the helper comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who proceeds from the Father, he will bear witness about me. And then it says, when the Spirit of truth come again, he will guide you into all truth. For he will not speak on his own authority, y'all. But whoever hears, he hears, whatever he hears, he will speak. He will declare to you the things that are to come. Listen, I'm trying to declare it to y'all. So listen, you're going to go read 1 Corinthians, okay? 1 Corinthians 13 talks about love. You're going to go do your own due diligence, okay? And God said that he does not give us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. Okay, so let's talk about a sound mind. When you get a sound mind, what is a sound mind? Let's pull up some scriptures, okay, about a sound mind. All right, because God, he's the one who give us a sound mind. Now, what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? Okay, let's get into this. See, sometimes y'all, I'm gonna just come on here, I'm gonna talk, we're gonna teach, we're gonna chat it up. All right, now listen, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about, y'all. I got a lot of stuff up in here. Now listen to this. A sound mind, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mental and emotional health where a person can think clearly. You need to stay in a state of mind that is sound because you need to be able to think clearly. You have to make rational decisions with your life, and you got to control your thoughts. You got to control your emotions. You got to control your behavior. You got to be able to understand the difference between right and wrong. You got to master your thoughts, your emotions, your behavior. Called mastery. Okay? Self-mastery. All right? It's important, y'all, for making good decisions, for being responsible for one's actions, for being held accountable, okay, for your mistakes. You got to have a sound mind to understand who they want to give their things to when making a will. When you start getting into estate planning, so you can avoid tragedy and live a better life. You got to understand who to give your things to when you're making a will. Now, let me tell you this. Let's talk about this. These are some things that you can do to achieve a sound mind, okay? You can do mental exercises to stimulate your brain. You can improve your self-acceptance, improve your self-esteem, and your emotion management, okay? 4 things to achieve a sound mind in God. Because see, God, he gave you a sound mind. God is a God of peace. You can tell how peaceful somebody is if they operate in peace. If you got confusion around you, that is not of God. We know confusion, and the author of it is Satan himself. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear what I'm saying now? Listen. 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. See, you can understand who a person is, y'all, by how they operate. I'm telling you, if a person live in peace, God is with that person. I'm telling you, but anytime you got confusion around you, I'm telling you, that's not of God. That is not of God. And God did not create human beings to live in a chaotic world around confusion. He wanted you to have peace. You don't think God wants you to be peaceful? For God is not a God of disorder. It said God ain't a God of disorder. But you got people walking around here with mental health disorders. Okay? But God is a God of peace, as in all the congregations of the Lord's people. God is not a God of disorder. Not mental disorder. And this is why, let's talk about this, because I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to go into, I got to do another video. This is part 1. God ain't no God of mental disorder, but peace. Peace. Where does your peace lies? Now listen, he said, whatever you have learned and received or heard from me or seen in me. Listen, whatever you have learned from me, received or heard from me, or seen in me, he said, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. This is Philippians 4:9. Whatever you learned, whatever you received, whatever you heard from me, or seen in me, put it into practice. I'm telling you. He said, because where jealousy, let's talk about this. Jealousy, selfish ambition. See, people don't like to talk about the deeper things of God. He said, there will be disorder in every evil practice, but the wisdom from above is first of all pure. It's pure. It is peace-loving. It is gentle. It's accommodating. Full of mercy. Look, good fruit. Impartial and sincere. Peacemakers. Peacemakers. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap the fruit of righteousness. So, yes, God is not a God of disorder at all by any means, and he gives you a sound mind. So may the God of peace be with you all. He said, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world give. God don't give to you as the world give you. Don't let your hearts be troubled. He said, do not be afraid. He said, I will keep you in perfect peace. The steadfast. Hold on, let me go. Let me pull up the King James Version. I will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Abundant peace belongs to those, do y'all hear this, who love your law. Listen, abundant peace belongs to those who love your law. He said nothing can make them stumble. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world give you. This is why he said, he said, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your mind. So guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. I'm trying to tell you, because the mind of the flesh is death, but the mind of the spirit is life. It is peace. That's why God said, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. He said, I will give you rest. People that are weary, they're burdened. Take my yoke upon you. He said, learn from me. He said, whatever you learn from me, you heard from me, you seen in me. He said, put it into practice. Oh, man. This is good. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. He said, let the peace of Christ rule in your heart. For to this you were called as members of one body, and be thankful. Okay? Be thankful. This is why he said, cast all your anxiety on me, because he cares for you. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him and he will do it. Come on now, the word, the Most High be speaking. It's just that y'all don't be listening. You don't be reading, you don't be listening. He said, I told you these things so that in me you may have peace. He told you. He said, in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation. He had already pre-warned you. This is why he said, take courage. I have overcome the world. Psalm 62, 1 and 2. In God alone my soul find rest. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock. He is my salvation. He is my fortress. And it says, I will never be shaken. Y'all hear this? This is why there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. And then he said, for whoever enters God's rest also rests from his own work, just as God did from his. Listen, y'all. I love y'all. I'm done. This is a whole 37-minute message. Okay? And guess what? God is not a God of mental disorder. But God is a God of peace, baby. Peace. God want to bring peace into your life today. If you ain't got peace, get you some peace. Because anything other than peace is of Satan. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, I'm done. If you need help learning how to break free from generational curses, pull down strongholds, and to break free from addiction, I am sent me unto you. I am here to help you. Please reach out to me. The link is in the description below. And listen, you can also email me if you would like with any questions, any comments and stories, whatever you want to tell me. Email me. Email Angelic with a K, soulhealer@gmail.com. Okay? I love y'all. And thank y'all so much for watching this video. And just go back and listen to it again so you get the key points of what it is that God was speaking. Everything that I was speaking to you, it was from the Word of God. From the Word of God. So, thank y'all for listening to this message, okay? Thank you for supporting truth and keeping peace. All right? I'll be back with another message soon.